Hi everyone, this is Lee Nelson with EDM Automation. We're the national marketing arm for DiVA Document Management System, and in this video I'm going to try to give you a quick summary of why, well, first of all, DiVA has been so successful, and second of all, why it might be a good fit for you. So let me start by saying that DiVA is a cloud-based professional document management system. What that means is that so long as you can get to the internet, you can get to your documents safely and securely. And we have an unlimited user model. That means you're not getting charged for how many users. It's unlimited. So number one, you do need to be a user on the system. I'm going to go ahead and log in and just kind of give you an idea of how it works. First thing you see when you log in is the user interface. Over up in the upper left, you see virtual filing cabinets that you can create. You can have unlimited amounts, you can name them what you want, and you can add parameters to how they are searched. So in this case, I have one called Medical Demo, and I happen to know a number of a document in here. I'm going to put that in. Then I'm going to either hit enter, or I'm going to click the icon, and as soon as I do, the document appears. If I click on it in the left, it shows up in the right. And over on the left, what you'll notice is that you will see the core index values, and this is a real important concept that will make sense later to you. These are searchable values that are associated with this electronic document when it enters the system. So in this case, DOS is data service. This means that I can search by date or a date range. So if I wanted to see a range of documents for this doctor, for example, I could see a range of certain months, certain years. Very easy to do searches using those dates. And you can see that there have several others. For example, down at the bottom we have doc type, and you can have doc types for almost any industry and any work group or department. In this case, we're talking medical, so this one is called labs. Now this can become useful if, for example, I do a search for Meakin, which is this doctor, and I get several results back. So in this case, you can see I have a whole bunch over here. Maybe I don't want all those. Maybe it's just too big of a list, so I want to narrow it down. I could just then put in either lab or labs, and it would show everything for that doctor that are labs. So it's that easy. Now notice down here at the bottom, what is also showing is since I have permissions, I could go in here and change some of those core index values if they were wrong or if they need to be altered. Also, there's a tab for revisions. In this case, you can see there actually has been a revision, and DiVA keeps track of that. So it not only shows you the type of document, but the reason, the date, and the user who made the changes. So all that comes standard out of the box with DiVA Document Management System, and it goes a lot further. There's also workflow. The point is, users love DiVA because it's just so easy. It's, as you can see, all I did was type and press enter, and my document appeared. Now, actually, that part is really after the document is in there, and that is very fast, but there's also a lot of automation for how documents get in, and we use our index tab at the top to get to inboxes. Inboxes are any folder that you want to create and name. So in this case, I have one called faxes, and we've actually set it up where all the faxes come in to this inbox called faxes, and they come in as PDFs, and they show the phone number or a fax number that it came from and the date and the time. Now, you might now actually get your faxes by a standard phone line. You may print those on a printer, use toner and paper, and then later sort those. Somebody would have to sort them. And if you wanted to get them into an electronic system, you would then have to scan them and name them and do all those things. So we take a lot of those steps out of the process. We automate it. So in this case, somebody could come in here, any staff member from any location, they could take a look at the faxes, get rid of the ones that are trash, and then index the ones that need to be indexed. So they look at it, they can then pick the virtual filing cabinet it needs to go to. So for example, if I picked accounts payable, notice that the index values below change with that. If I change it back to medical demo, I have to pick a physician, but what you see is that we have lists configured here so somebody does not have to type, they can pick from the list, or in case of the date, they can go ahead and choose a date. This way, you're insured to get proper spelling, you're insured to have dates that are in the proper format, and honestly, we could fill all the rest of these a couple different ways without somebody typing. One would be barcode recognition, zonal OCR. OCR stands for optical character recognition. And by the way, DiVA does support optical character recognitions, which means that you could look up any word across any virtual filing cabinet if you were doing research, so long as the file has been OCR'd in the first place. And other ways that we can automatically fill these index values would be a database lookup, if you have information that exists somewhere. So all of this really helps to automate the process of getting documents in, associating core index values, which is, again, a very important concept, and then moving those into the searchable area where only certain people can see these. So each one of these inboxes I can create, and I can allow only certain people to see it. Same thing is true with the searches. If I go and I create a filing cabinet, I can say only certain people or groups can see that. Hey, and for you admin people, there's a transaction log, which this is a HIPAA compliance regulation, but I mean it makes it very useful for you. You never can lose a document. There's always a log to figure out where it is. There's also usage statistics, so you can see how your system's being used, who's using it, in what locations, what areas, how many. It's just very easy to look at and to see. So all this is in there. We actually can provide administration, or you can have somebody on your site do that. So I'm going to leave it there as far as DiVA document management introduction. I think I'm hopefully giving you a quick understanding of, wow, how easy it is, how you can really automate the process of getting documents in and make it fast to view them. In later videos, I'll get into some more advanced topics. So, in summary, DiVA document management system is just super easy to use, very affordable, super secure, and core index values. That's what I want you to understand. Core index values are associated with every document. So, for example, if you use Google Drive, Dropbox, or Evernote, these systems don't have a way to enforce protocols and naming conventions. And what happens is you can get lots of documents in there. The problem is when you want to get them out, you are going to probably have a problem there. Second of all, if you want to move them, maybe you don't want to be with Google Drive anymore, and you want to move those to another system. The only way to get into another system typically is with core index values. So I'm not going to try to explain the whole thing to you in this video, but I will in other videos. So just try to understand that where DiVA enforces these protocols and makes it easy to share or move documents should you need to. Everything's in non-proprietary formats. So give me a call. You can reach me at 757-498-2450, or you can go to our website at www.edmautomation.com. Thank you.